r/AskReddit, nsfw, those of you who live in small towns, what is the current local controversy all about? In my wife's hometown of about 2k people, the roadside produce stand guy is in a feud with a new second produce stand that just opened. The original produce guy trained the new guy for a while, apparently then fired him. Now the fired guy opened his own spite produce stand. They got in a fist fight and now the whole town has taken produce stand sides. The mayor and the only police officer in town are also involved and their wives are fighting. It is truly the dumbest version of Hatfields and McCoys, but no less redneck. Edit. This blew up. I have asked my wife for the screenshots she had. These are what the original guy sent the new stand guy, which he then posted on his FB. What he wrote is 10x better than anything I wrote, I promise. https://m imager.com/gallery/xyadyrn. The eccentric millionaire that owned every building in downtown and used them to house his extensive rock collection died like 15 years ago, and they still haven't figured out what to do with all the rocks. In our small English village, someone has managed to knock over one of the speed limit signs at one end of the road. It's a mystery. Everyone is trying to guess who did it / what happened. Was it intentional? Except it's not a mystery in our house. It was my sister and she hit it when she swerved out of the way of an oncoming car, narrow country road. We'll keep acting like we are as clueless as everyone else though. They just built a new Verizon in town, but someone started a rumor that it was also going to be a Panera Bread. Someone went as far as to mark it on Google Maps as a Panera, even though the building is clearly a single store with Verizon signage. A woman on the city council constantly spouts about cleaning up the admittedly horrible drug problem in town and goes on sanctimonious rants on social media about it. Her son is the main dealer in town. He lives in her house. It's not a secret at all, and he gets arrested for shit all the time and she gets him off the hook every time. Full disclosure, I don't live there anymore thankfully, but most of my family does. Edit. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it is to thin competition. Although to be perfectly honest, the town is only like 1,000 strong and he really doesn't have competition. Mostly because people know his mom can pull a few strings and fuck you over or just run you out of town. LOL, the mayor has a personal feud with this one guy that has an emotional support pig while living in the village. Housing farm animals are illegal within the village. County scale, the council voted to redistrict based on maps that they made themselves. It was vetoed in favor of one made by an outside firm. They overrode it. Gerrymandering to hell and back. Town scale, they're gonna demo the empty Sears building and I'm trying to find how and when so we can go watch it implode or something. Not controversial, just wild. Very local scale, the 102-year-old pillar of the community died and two pastors were fighting over who got to preside over the service. Neither could achieve a victory, so they just recited the same prayers after each other. It was weird. Extended family scale, at this funeral I mentioned the guy with the bulldozer who digs the graves and was informed that's my second cousin. I blurted out the only thing I know about him, which is that he owes my parents $400 for double charging them for digging my grandfather's grave. His wife was there. We don't know if she heard me or not. My mom isn't pleased. Sheep. Whether or not to continue allowing a flock of sheep to graze on the town green, with a petting area for lambs. Some think the sheep do a fine job of keeping the grass under control, and fertilized. Others want landscaping professionals to do the job. Population of 1,000 here. Some of the power got knocked out BC of a raccoon doing some dumb shit on a power line. They're still trying to figure out who is black. The village has 249 people. On the census everyone reported white except one person who reported biracial or something, and now the demographics show that the town is 7% black. So this one has been ongoing for a while, but the Nutcrackers. My hometown, where I no longer live, but still have family so I keep apprised of local matters, has decided, in a bizarre bid to increase tourism, to become the Nutcracker town. The reason? An older woman donated her Nutcracker collection to the Historical Society. Something like 2,500 Nutcrackers. I think because her kids told her flat out they would dispose of them after she died if she did not make alternate arrangements. So, the town decided, well, they had all these Nutcrackers on display. This could be good for tourism. We could be known for something. People were bewildered and predictably upset. A lot of townsfolk don't want to be the Nutcracker town. All the local businesses have been pressured to buy these giant expensive cardboard nutcrackers from the local print shop. They are terrifying. There's been general outcry. Facebook groups, the whole 9 yards. And still the town persists. Still there are these hollow-eyed giant cartoonish cardboard nutcrackers everywhere you look. Edit, someone guessed it, so I have effectively triangulated myself. Internet safety fail 101. If you want to see some local news on the subject, look no further. Edit 2, okay, since many people have asked, and not everyone can access the news sites, I've attempted to upload a picture of the cardboard nutcrackers. Let me know if it doesn't work and I'll give it another go. Local pizza place fired all its staff mysteriously last summer and closed for a few weeks. Naturally, rumors fly right away. Turns out the Mormon owner, who liked to parade his family as the paragon of small-town virtue, was having affairs with multiple staff members. The wife kicked him out, fired anyone who knew, and then rehired and trained a bunch of new staff. One of the fired staff members then opens her own pizza place to rave reviews in the nearest town over. Og Pizza Place announces it will close at the end of the year, right after they run a promo for gift cards. People are pissed they only have a few weeks to use the gift cards they just bought, and were planning to give as Christmas presents. After weeks of record sales, Og Pizza Place announces they're staying open after all, and now people are pissed they used up the cards they'd intended to give as gifts. TLDR, one pizza owner is disgraced, his wife kicks him out and takes over, then his mistress opens a competing business. Then a bait and switch about closing leads the entire town to be pissed off. Edit, I just got off the phone with my dad and he told me that new pizza place was actually founded by two mistresses. I straight up didn't believe him and he sent me the website for the new place. Yep, mistress number 2 is a manager. And their pizza names are all spin-offs of Og Pizza Place. So our controversy has been resolved, but the town I grew up in had a beefalo, cow-buffalo crossbreed, escape from a slaughterhouse. It spent months running wild in the wooded areas around town, living off whatever it could find to eat. I had friends who were out for drives sending me pictures of their beefalo encounters like it was Sasquatch. This went on for months. The story got picked up by a big YouTube channel and went viral. https://youtube b/c3zpxp60e8. Edit, thanks everyone for the awards. Didn't expect to wake up to this. Glad you all enjoyed the story. A guy wanted to bury his parents on their parents, slightly rural, totally out of the way, virtually no neighbors' property, but the village said no way. We don't do that here. We're classy. So he went to the state for permission to build a funeral home/crematorium instead, and he built a giant mausoleum with both their caskets right on the corner of the property where everyone and their grandma can see it when they drive by. And he has zero plans to actually turn this into a functioning business. It's about half done, no landscaping, and construction vehicles parked all over the place. Gotta hand it to him. Progress. July 2022. My parents live in a tiny Greek village that has a grand total of 3 families, including my parents, and currently they're trying to rectify the fact that our dog killed our neighbor's chicken. Y'all have like decent answers, and in my small ass UK village it is legit just this person being villager of the year for the 7th year in a row. One guy wanted to open a gas station but the property wasn't zoned for it. The town wouldn't change it for him, so he put toilets on all of his properties and used them as flower planters. The town has tried many different strategies to get rid of them, to the point where they made a law and then tried to enforce it. They got their asses sued off and the toilets still stand. To be fair, he keeps them in great condition and replaces any broken ones after storms. Edit: it was a Dunkin' Donuts, not a gas station. Edit 2, another interesting thing, the local high school mascot is the Steve the Sandstoner, so all of our apparel says Stoner Pride. Link about it https://www.vice.com/amp/n/article/ep4p3p/ let this man keep his toilet gardens. Travel baseball. There is a new organization in town that is absolutely blood-sucking money out of parents of 7 to 12-year-olds and they have no clue. Yards were dug up 2 years ago to lay to the house fiber in preparation for fiber being dug down along the road. Still no fiber along the road. Edit: holy crap, this blew up. Guys, stop, I can't download all these replies until I get fiber. Swans in the local rivers/lakes have been dying from avian flu and we've all been warned to keep our dogs away from sick or dead swans in case infection spreads to humans. The woman who just got elected mayor owns most of the property downtown, and all the open seats on city council went to her employees. Can't wait to see the corruption in action. 3 kids stole shit from the local shop, weren't even wearing COVID masks, so we have perfect pictures of them. My family thought that the term Karen being used on Facebook specifically meant the woman named Karen that works at the gas station near me. I had mentioned her once at home and my mom was like, oh, everyone hates her on Facebook right now. They all think she's a snitch. About a year ago my hometown's favorite eating establishment burnt down. Lot of people pooled money to get him a new spot. A failing car salesman converted his place to a restaurant and partnered with the beloved restaurant owner. Business was thriving, food was fantastic, and it was the place to get food. The failing car salesman was talking and then some to the local bicycle behind his wife's back and was giving her free drinks, and the two would stay at the place way beyond closing time. One of her kids went on her phone and was scrolling and found nudes on her phone of car salesman. The kid sent it to his friends and the friends sent it to even more people. Now basically the entire town has seen this red-headed man nude wearing cowboy boots. Beloved restaurant owner quit and business is no longer booming because he has no cook. Car salesman is getting a divorce and closing the restaurant, and this happened only 4 days ago. Edit 1, wow. Thank you everyone for the upvotes. This post has more upvotes than the population of my hometown, 1.7K. Edit 2, sorry for the confusion regarding local bicycle. I told this story as if it's to someone in my town who would just understand, so that's on me. Reddit, we gotta talk. A lot of you are trying to stand up for this lass, good on you, but she's a lady with 21 kids with 19 different lads, and all but 4 have a reputation in the town. The 4 that don't are because the fathers have full custody of them. She's really not a very redeemable character in this situation. Edit 3, a few asked for the photo to be uploaded, and what the heck. LOL, you guys are wild. Edit 4, so the beloved restaurant owner left the car salesman's restaurant partnership because of this fiasco. Some say there was some tension about how the business was ran, and some say there was tension because he was cheating on his wife. Status update, the latest rumor off the old grapevine says the restaurant owner got a killer deal from the local real estate guy and will renovate an old closed business downtown into his new restaurant. Fingers crossed, because he really knows his stuff. Not current, but it needs to be documented in history, the serial catnapper. A couple lost their cat, so they went knocking door to door in our town, and came across their cat crying in a random home's front window. They call the police, who arrive and find 50 plus missing cats, along with a fucking graveyard of cats in the garden. Some that had been missing for up to 7 years. It culminated in the catnapper, a 50-plus-year-old woman, stuffing as many cats as she could in a car and going on a police chase through our little town. Most of the cats were identified and taken home, a very small few went to rescue centers, and the catnapper is currently going under mental health treatment. Apparently she just took home any cat she saw while on a walk for the last 7 years. This happened about a couple years back, but I had to tell the tale. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you have enjoyed this video and subscribe to never miss an upload.